This video contains accident scene footage which may upset some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. The ATSB has published a preliminary report on its ongoing investigation into the collision with terrain of a REIMS F406 at Oakey in Queensland, which fatally injured a pilot and a flight examiner external to the operator while conducting an instrument proficiency check flight. In the afternoon of the 20th of July 2025, the twin-engine aircraft departed from Warwick Airport in southern Queensland for a flight to Oakey Airport near Toowoomba, west of Brisbane. Shortly after departure, the aircraft's ground speed began to decrease from 109 knots. The aircraft stopped climbing and commenced a slow turn to the right that was not consistent with the submitted flight plan. The aircraft's ground speed continued to reduce to 80 knots over a period of about 1 minute. The aircraft then began to accelerate before turning left and commencing a climb to about 6,000 feet. Soon after departing from Warwick, the aircraft was cleared by Brisbane Air Traffic Control to the commencement point for the runway 14 instrument landing system approach at Oakey Airport. During the approach, the aircraft deviated right of the extended runway centerline and then to the left. Fluctuations in vertical speed also occurred during this period. Later in the approach, the aircraft began to descend below the glide slope. This was initially corrected and the aircraft flew level at about 2,200 feet for 30 seconds. A short time later, the aircraft descended below the glide slope again, and the descent continued to an altitude of about 300 to 400 feet above ground level. During this period, the aircraft's ground speed began to decay, reducing to about 85 knots. A motorist travelling near the airport observed the aircraft while on the approach. They saw the aircraft commence a flat turn and yaw to the left at a height of about 300 feet above the ground. The motorist told investigators they recalled then seeing the aircraft roll to the left, pitch down, and impact the terrain. CCTV cameras located at a nearby property and at Oakey Airport captured the aircraft commence a steep descent before colliding with terrain in an open paddock about 2.5 kilometres from the threshold of the runway. The aircraft was destroyed in a post-impact fire, and both occupants were fatally injured. Following an on-site examination of the wreckage, ATSB investigators examined both engines along with investigators from the engine's manufacturer, Pratt & Whitney Canada. The engine examinations determined there were no indications of pre-impact mechanical anomalies that would have precluded normal engine operation. The left engine displayed indications that it was rotating at the time of impact, and the right engine displayed characteristics that it was developing power at the time of impact. The purpose of the accident flight was for the pilot to complete their annual instrument proficiency check, where their competency is assessed with specified standards needing to be met. For multi-engine operations, the assessment requires the satisfactory completion of a one-engine inoperative departure and approach, amongst other assessments. The operator's head of flying operations recalled that the external flight examiner had, in the past, typically conducted the simulated engine failure departure after takeoff from Warwick Airport, and the simulated engine failure approach at Oakey Airport. The investigation is continuing and will include the review and examination of the pilot's recent history, the propellers, maintenance records, operational procedures and documentation, and the requirements for conducting simulated one-engine inoperative exercises at low height. You can read the preliminary report on the ATSB's website by searching AO-2025-042 from the link below or from the link in our bio.